There's something different in the air at St. James Park. A quiet movement, hidden from the spotlight, but echoing through the most discreet corridors of the club. It's a feeling only those who follow Newcastle United closely can sense, a mix of anticipation and strategy that makes the sharpest fans stop and wonder what's being stitched together behind the scenes. Something big is taking shape, though it hasn't yet made headlines or been officially named. One thing's for sure, something is coming. While most of the attention is focused on confirmed signings across the Premier League, Newcastle are operating in silence. But this silence doesn't mean inactivity, quite the opposite. It's during the calmest phases that the club usually acts with the greatest precision. A strategic step here, a quiet talk there, and suddenly, a surprise announcement catches everyone off guard. That's why this video is a must-watch for anyone who truly wants to understand what's going on in Tyneside right now. And by the way, if you follow this channel and haven't subscribed yet, now's the perfect time to become part of this community. Your subscription is what keeps this project alive, giving us the strength to continue bringing exclusive behind-the-scenes updates, trustworthy information and fan-driven analysis. Click that subscribe button and join us, because what we're about to reveal could shape Newcastle United's future for seasons to come. What's even more interesting is that, unlike in previous windows where the club seemed split between multiple targets, this time the board looks incredibly focused. They know exactly the profile they want: youth, potential, and the hunger to wear the shirt with intensity. These are the pillars guiding the search for reinforcements, and the names showing up on the radar aren't there by accident. Every scouted player fits Eddie Howe's demanding style. And now, the radar has locked in on someone familiar who is once again gaining traction behind the scenes at Tyneside. His name, Giorgio Scalvini, the 21-year-old Atalanta talent, is being closely monitored by Newcastle United. According to British newspaper iPaper, the club is seriously considering making a move for the Italian defender, even after a season disrupted by injury. And more than that, Scalvini himself is said to be open to playing in the Premier League, a major plus in any negotiation. While no formal bid has been submitted yet, the interest is real and growing day by day. The Magpies are looking to build a long-term centre-back pairing, and Scalvini could be the ideal partner for Sven Botman. If you're enjoying this video and want to stay on top of all the behind-the-scenes news from Newcastle, make sure to hit that notification bell. That way you'll get the next updates firsthand. No rumors, no clickbait headlines. Here we bring you news with context, responsibility, and respect for the fan base. And speaking of context, let's break down exactly what Scalvini's potential arrival means and why he could be a crucial piece in Newcastle's new era. Newcastle have stuck to a transfer policy that aims to build a spine of young, talented, physically ready players who can handle the demands of top-level football. Despite his young age, Scalvini already has over 70 appearances for Atalanta and has represented the Italian national team. He's especially valued for his reading of the game and versatility. He can also play as a holding midfielder when needed, but his price tag could be a stumbling block. According to iPaper, Atalanta want around £50 million for the player. That fee would make Scalvini the most expensive defender in Newcastle's history, surpassing the £35 million spent on Botman in 2022. Still, this level of investment shows the club isn't just building for now. The goal is to create a strong foundation that can support long-term success. And Scalvini, even with recent injury concerns, is seen as a talent worth developing. In fact, if the deal goes through, he would become just the sixth Italian to wear the Newcastle shirt in the Premier League era, joining fellow countryman Sandro Tonali, with whom he has already shared the pitch for the national team. And the defense isn't the only area under review. The midfield is also at a crossroads. Sean Longstaff's future, for example, remains uncertain. The 27-year-old is in the final year of his contract and has recently attracted a £12 million offer from Leeds United. The offer was rejected, but the interest hasn't gone away, and his departure is still very much on the cards. Longstaff has been a key part of Eddie Howe's system, and his exit could leave a significant gap at St. James Park. With that in mind, the club is already considering replacements. One name back on Newcastle's radar is Conor Gallagher. The English midfielder, currently at Atletico Madrid, is being seriously considered by the club. According to Spanish outlet Mundo, Gallagher would reportedly cost around £36 million, a hefty investment, though still lower than what it would take to bring in Scalvini. But this is about more than just price, it's about fit. Gallagher is known for his energy, intensity, and pressing ability, all key qualities in Eddie Howe's tactical setup. It's no surprise then that Gareth Southgate, the England manager, once said Gallagher's pressing was as good as anyone's in the Premier League. These traits are essential in Newcastle's high-octane style, where midfielders are expected to cover ground tirelessly and apply pressure constantly. If you've stuck with us this far, give the video a like. It helps the channel reach more Newcastle fans around the world. And more than that, it shows you appreciate content made with care, passion, and a genuine commitment to the truth. Now, back to Gallagher. It's worth noting that he too may be open to a move. According to Mundo Deportivo, the 25-year-old could be eyeing a return to England in search of more playing time, especially with the next World Cup approaching and England call-ups on the line. Newcastle's board knows these decisions go far beyond the upcoming season. These are signings meant to shape a lasting foundation. So the question of whether to spend £50 million on Scalvini or £36 million on Gallagher isn't just about money, it's about vision. Both players offer very different but equally strategic qualities. One to strengthen the backline, the other to inject even more intensity into the midfield during a possible reshuffle. The transfer window still has plenty of weeks left, and Newcastle's next moves could shake the market. But until then, everything stays quiet. Meetings, calls, scouting, all behind the scenes. And that silence, as we said at the start, usually means something big is brewing. What matters is that you stick with us, because as the pieces fall into place, we'll be here to walk you through every step. If you want to stay fully informed with credible updates, now's the time to subscribe and turn on notifications. Unlike big media outlets that only show up once the news is public, we show you the process. What comes before the headlines? What's hidden behind the curtain? What really makes the difference between speculation and fact? And with sources like iPaper and Mundo Deportivo guiding our updates, you can be sure what we bring is grounded in reality. So stay tuned, Toon fans, because what's coming might not just change this season, it might mark the beginning of a new era at St. James Park.